What's up, you magnificent Reddit rage machines? Welcome back to the one place on the internet where entitled parents get dragged harder than a toddler throwing a tantrum in the candy aisle. I'm your host, and today we're going full savage on three absolute clowns who apparently believe that squeezing out a kid instantly upgrades them to VIP status on planet Earth. Rules, optional, boundaries, cute suggestion, basic human decency, only if it benefits their precious angel. These stories are so packed with delusion, weaponized guilt, and public embarrassment that you'll be yelling at your screen like you're personally refunding their parenting license. Buckle up, buttercups. We're about to roast these walking participation trophies until they're extra crispy. Let's kick it off with story number 1, straight from a Redditor who just wanted a peaceful flight and instead got stuck next to the self-appointed queen of the skies. Picture this. Our OP is on a packed long-haul flight, minding his own business in economy, headphones in, ready to zone out for 6 hours. Enter stage left. This mom with a hyper 3-year-old, 2 carry-ons, and an ego bigger than the airplane itself. She struts up like she owns the tarmac and immediately starts barking orders. "Excuse me, you need to switch seats with my son. He needs the window or he'll cry the whole time." OP blinks, politely says, "No thanks, he's already settled." "Oh, but that's not good enough for mommy dearest." She escalates faster than a toddler on sugar. "Don't you understand? I have a child. You don't have kids, do you? You wouldn't get it?" She's huffing, puffing, waving her arms like she's directing air traffic. Then the kid starts kicking the seat in front of him like it's a personal drum set, and instead of, parenting for 2 seconds, she turns to the entire cabin and announces, "Everyone needs to be quiet. My baby is tired and you're all stressing him out." The flight attendant comes over, calm as a saint, and suggests maybe the mom should hold her kid or give him a toy. Nope. This genius pulls the ultimate guilt card. You're discriminating against mothers. This is why people don't have kids anymore, because of selfish people like him. She's pointing at OP like he just stole her last diaper. The plane is now a circus. Passengers are side-eyeing her. Babies are actually starting to cry for real because of the noise. And OP? He's just sitting there, jaw on the floor thinking, "Lady, giving birth didn't give you a golden ticket to rearrange the sky." The crew finally has enough, pulls her aside, and tells her in no uncertain terms that if she can't control her kid, they're landing this thing and she'll be explaining it to the airline. By the time they touch down, the mom is red-faced, the kid is full meltdown mode because he didn't get his way, and the entire plane claps when OP walks off first. She tries one last pathetic attempt to get his name for a complaint, but the flight attendant just says, "Ma'am, we've noted everything, and it's not in your favor." Boom. Public humiliation at 30,000 feet. Look, at this point, this isn't protective parenting. This is premium-grade delusion with a side of, "I think the rules are for peasants." You don't get a parenting medal for being loud, wrong, and unbearable, Karen. You just get remembered as the reason half the plane switched to trains next time. Absolute clown behavior. Story 1 down, and it only gets worse from here. But wait, hold up. Because if you thought sky entitlement was bad, story number 2 is about to crash the dinner table like a food fight gone nuclear. This one comes from a Redditor on a fancy date night at a nice upscale restaurant. You know, the kind where people actually want to enjoy their overpriced steak without a side of chaos. Our OP and their partner are halfway through appetizers when in walks the entitled family of doom. Mom, dad, and their 6-year-old who clearly hasn't heard the word no since birth. Kid immediately starts zooming between tables like a pinball on crack, knocking over water glasses, grabbing bread from strangers' baskets, the works. Waiter politely asks the mom to keep her child seated. Oh boy. You can almost hear the entitlement siren go off. This mom shoots up like she's been personally insulted. "How dare you speak to me like that? My child has energy. Kids will be kids. You're clearly not family-friendly." Energy? Lady, that's not energy. That's a feral raccoon you dressed in designer sneakers. She starts demanding the manager, not to apologize, oh no, to comp their entire meal because the stress of your rude staff is ruining our family dinner. The manager shows up, sees the kid now finger-painting the wall with marinara sauce, and suggests maybe they take it to go. Cue the nuclear meltdown. Mom starts yelling at nearby tables. "You're all child haters. My son is just expressing himself." One older couple dares to say, "Ma'am, we're trying to eat," and she hits them with the classic, "I hope you never have grandchildren." It escalates into full Karen theater. She's recording on her phone for a expose post later, screaming about discrimination, while her husband just sits there like a defeated houseplant. Other diners are filming too, because this is comedy gold. Manager finally says, "Ma'am, you're disturbing the restaurant, time to leave." And as security escorts them out, kids still screaming for ice cream, the mom drops the ultimate gem. "You'll be hearing from my lawyer. This place hates families." Yeah, sure, because nothing says family-friendly like letting your gremlin treat a Michelin star spot like a jungle gym. The best part? Her viral Facebook rant blows up, but in the comments, everyone from that night piles on with videos and receipts. Restaurant gets flooded with positive reviews praising them for finally standing up to the nonsense. OP and their date get a free bottle of wine on the house the next time they go back. Moral of the story? Some parents really act like rules are optional if they complain loudly enough. This isn't kids being kids. This is weaponized chaos and calling it love. You do not get to turn a public restaurant into your personal daycare and then play victim when the adults push back. At this point, this is not parenting. This is a public masterclass in embarrassing yourself and your bloodline, roasted, served, and sent to the kitchen of shame. And just when you think we've scraped the bottom of the entitlement barrel, Story 3 rolls up like a wrecking ball at a wedding. This one's from a Redditor whose cousin was getting married in a beautiful outdoor ceremony. Think flowers, string lights, open bar, the whole Pinterest dream. Everyone's excited, vows are about to start, when in storms Aunt Entitlement herself, with her 4 uninvited kids ranging from toddler to tween. No RSVP, no heads up, just surprise, family first, right? The bride is already stressed but tries to be polite. Big mistake. Aunt immediately demands the kids get special roles. "My oldest can be a junior bridesmaid, and the little one needs to scatter petals." Bride says, "No, this isn't planned." Aunt hits her with the guilt hammer. "After everything I've done for you, my babies are part of this family. You're breaking their hearts." During the actual ceremony, pure disaster movie. The kids are running up and down the aisle mid-vows. One knocks over the unity candle. Another starts yelling, "This is boring," at the top of their lungs. Aunt? She's shushing no one. She's filming it all like it's adorable content. When the best man quietly asks her to step outside with the kids, she explodes louder than the DJ. "How dare you? This is a family event. You're all so selfish. My children deserve to celebrate too." She's crying fake tears, calling the bride a bridezilla who hates kids, while her own spawn is now using the wedding cake as a climbing wall, frosting everywhere. Grandparents mortified, groom's side looking ready to throw hands. Security, yes, actual venue security, has to escort the whole circus out while Aunt screams, "You'll regret this. I'm disowning all of you." The reception? Saved. The bride and groom actually get applause when they toast to boundaries and child-free zones. And the fallout? Aunt gets group text blocked by half the family. Her "poor me" social media post gets ratioed into oblivion with comments like, "Maybe don't treat weddings like free babysitting." OP later hears the kids are now in therapy because mean relatives ruined their fun. Yeah, or maybe because their mom never taught them how to act like humans. Imagine raising a child, scratch that 4, while acting more immature than the child. This parent thought showing up uninvited with a mini-mob was a flex. Newsflash. Having kids doesn't make you the main character at someone else's once-in-a-lifetime event. The entitlement here is so aggressive it could knock over furniture. Or in this case, a 4-tier cake. You don't get to crash a wedding, destroy the vibe, and then weaponize guilt like it's a full-time job. This is just sad, delusional, and the reason some people elope. Roasted to ashes, Aunt. Take several seats, preferably in your own house with your own rules. Whew. I need a second to breathe after that triple threat of nonsense. 3 stories, 3 different flavors of the same garbage. Parents who think the universe owes them special treatment because they reproduced. The airplane sky queen rearranging seats like she's royalty, the restaurant raccoon mom turning dinner into a battlefield, and the wedding wrecker treating a sacred day like her personal daycare demolition derby. All of them weaponizing guilt, ignoring boundaries, and acting shocked when the world doesn't roll out the red carpet for their chaos. So here's the real question, Reddit fam. Which one of these delusional diaper dictators was the most insufferable? The flight freak, the restaurant rampager, or the wedding wrecker? Drop your vote in the comments right now. Tell me which story made you the angriest, and if any of these clowns reminded you of someone in your own life. Smash that like button if you're done with parents who think basic rules are suggestions. Subscribe for more savage takedowns of entitled nonsense, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next roast. Which parent deserves the crown of ultimate entitlement? Sound off below. Until next time, stay petty, stay savage, and remember, having a kid doesn't make you special. It just means you signed up for the job. Peace out.